What's up, guys? Your boy Swills here, and today we are going over the Xbox Games Showcase. It just finished. There's a lot to talk about. There were a ton of games. I'm also going to tell you about my overall thoughts of the event, as well as who I thought won between Sony and Microsoft, and all that kind of stuff, etc., etc. My eyes look a little weird. It's because I just put my contacts in. I was laying in bed watching it, so over here I got a screen with a bunch of the games that have been showcased throughout all of E3. I'm currently watching Lyric stream. Shout out to Lyric. I'm always watching this stuff. But yeah, we're going to talk about some of the games that Xbox showed today. And without further ado, we'll crack right into it. So, the first game, obviously, they showed was Halo Infinite. Now, obviously, I'm reading the live chat while things are going on. A lot of people thought the graphics were bad and the gameplay was bad. It just looked very average to me. It didn't look something appealing, and honestly, I think it's because Halo's a bit of a dead franchise. I think Halo Reach was really good, and then Halo Anniversary was good, but ever since then, Halo 4, Halo 5 is just kind of fallen off a little bit. So for that reason, I feel like people aren't as excited for Halo anymore, just because there's no real excitement for that besides Halo fans. Is the open world concept cool? Yes, I think it's cool from a certain point, because I do think they needed to switch something up with the game. The graphics are, they're normal. They don't look anything crazy, but they're not below expectations. But I mean, there's only so much you can do with a Halo game. It's very limited in terms of creativity because of the enemies and the guns and all that stuff. So from that perspective, I guess it's okay. I won't be playing it probably. I might try it out because it's free on the Game Pass, and I'll get into the Game Pass later and all that stuff. But it doesn't look too appealing to me. What other games were there really? There just weren't really too many super memorable games. There was Stalker 2 got announced, which a lot of people I guess have been waiting for but weren't expecting at the same time. That's pretty cool. There was the Fable that got announced right at the end, and a lot of people thought that a Fable game was going to come, and it looked pretty good. I don't know if I'll play it. I'm not much of a Fable person, but it is what it is. It looks pretty cool. I'm sure people will love the game. Forza Motorsport got announced. I'm not much of a Forza Motorsport guy. I'm more of a Forza Horizon guy, and I think a lot of people are as well. I think Forza Motorsport has kind of reached the end of its lifespan, to be honest with you, because similar to Halo, even more so, there's only so much you can do with that kind of racing game where it's race these cars around this track. There's no open world, there's no variety, and I think that kind of hurts motorsport. So it kind of, is it better than Gran Turismo? Yes, it's the best racing game we have, but it's just, I like Horizon. I would prefer to wait an extra year for Horizon. And then there was Grounded. Grounded is a game I wanted to really show an interest in. I really like the way Grounded looks. I saw little things of it on my Xbox home screen, but the game looks really cool. You're this small person survival game having to kill bugs and stuff and build bases. I think that's dope. I do. I think that's sick, and I probably will try it out with my friends, or maybe I'll try it out by myself. I don't know who I'll try it with, but that's besides the point. It looks pretty good, and I think that's better than most of the games Sony showed in their showcase. But the game looks really good. And I'm excited for Grounded, and I think it comes out in early access, like within less than a week. I think it's the 20th of July. Then there was, Bevowed? I don't know what that one was, but that one looked really cool. I'm currently watching the one trailer with the, I don't even know what this is. There was the one game too, I mean, there's a lot of games, right? There's a lot of games. There was Outer Worlds released a DLC. Who cares? Who cares? Destiny 2, I think, has taken a really smart route and taking a pretty much dead game in Destiny 2, making it free so people will at least try it out. And now you're giving everyone DLCs for free. I mean, that's crazy. That's crazy. And that's such a great way to revive that game. And I think it's going to do really well now. And I'm excited to play it. I won't play it now, even though it's free, because, I don't want to play a game when I'm going to be stuck behind everyone because they've got all this stuff. They've put hundreds of hours into the game. It has all this stuff, and I'm starting from here. I like to play a game when it's first released, or I'm not going to play it at all. That's just my perspective. But if everything's going to be free, and I have that much time on my hands, especially since, you know, everything's going to be online in terms of school, maybe I'll give it a try. Then we got Avowed. Avowed was the name of that game. Avowed. It looks okay. It looks pretty cool. The graphics look good. Maybe I'll give it a shot. There's Everwild, who was made by Rare, and Rare have had a tumultuous history with Xbox. They really haven't been able to make the games they want. Obviously, Sea of Thieves, as of recent, has kind of blown up in terms of popularity. But this Everwild game looks pretty good too. Kind of just exploring nature, making friends with animals, whatever. It looks cool, I guess. I don't know. I might try it, I might not. That seems to be the thing with most of these games. It's very, like, 50-50 on whether I like it or not. It seems to be a very common theme amongst these games. I was expecting them to do something from Microsoft Flight Simulator, considering that's probably the best game that'll be released of the lot, and they did nothing for it, and I'm kind of disappointed. There was a trailer released, I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago, that looks really sick, but I'm surprised they didn't do anything for that, because that's revolutionary technology going into that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, you should probably look up Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 on your own. That's not for this show. What else got announced? Tell Me Why has very just poor Life is Strange vibes. It's like a bad Life is Strange. The lip syncing is bad, the animations are bad, the story is bad, everything about it just seems bad. Tell Me Why. What was that? Then what else there was? There was the Ori game that's getting upgraded for Xbox One X. Cool. State of Decay 3, the trailer looked pretty cool, but you know that's not how the game works, because State of Decay always seems to disappoint with their gameplay. State of Decay 2 was just not very good. One thing I'm a little disappointed with is what Sony did. Sony showed some gameplay in almost all of their games, whereas Xbox has given just cinematic trailers. There's no gameplay. There's rarely any games with a release date. It's kind of disappointing from that perspective. I was expecting to see more gameplay. Many of these games look very raw in development, and it's why are you even showing it then? Like, why didn't you just wait a month or two to get some gameplay footage and then show us this event? And that's, it just felt like they were just stacking game on game on game on game just to make it look like they have a lot in store, when in reality it's just a lot of filler games. And I said the same thing with Sony. A lot of these are like these supernatural, kill all these evil people type games, and I'm not a fan of it. I'm really not a fan of it. I don't understand. I really don't understand. But that's basically how I felt about the event. I'd probably give it about a 6 out of 10, maybe 6.5 out of 10. But here's why I might rate it a little bit higher, to like a 7. Nah, I'll keep it 6.5. However, keep in mind, all of these games that were shown today are going to be free on the Game Pass, which is just huge. That's just enormous, man. That's crazy. All these games it's not free because you're paying for the membership for Ultimate, but many of us freaking bought $120 of Xbox Live so we get the Ultimate for $1 extra for like 3 years. So we all have Ultimate anyways. But the games, there's just a ton of them, and we'll all be able to play them for free. So from that perspective, I guess it's good, but I have to give the nod to Sony. Xbox has such a great opportunity in their hands to release some really good games. Fable's good, Stalker's good, I guess Halo's good, Forza's good, but none of these games, especially like there was no release date given. We can't get hyped for something that might not be released for another year and a half, maybe more. It's hard to say that. Sony was very decisive with their games and when they're coming out and all that. Xbox has not, and I think that's what gives me the nod to Sony in terms of that. But I don't think either of these events impressed me, and I guess PC Master Race now, honestly, I might consider upgrading my PC or just getting a new one, because neither one of these consoles has impressed me in terms of the games that they're coming out with, So, that's really how I see it. I think Ubisoft has had the best event. Far Cry 5 far outdoes, in my opinion, any of these games. Assassin's Creed Valhalla looks better. Not not the lip syncing, but I mean these games just look better, and that's why I had Ubisoft winning this whole thing so far. Of course, both Sony and Xbox have another event to come down the line, but you know, I feel like you'd want to front load your events to get people excited for the next one. Unfortunately, I don't think either one of them have had any good games. So that's that. Let me know how you thought about the Xbox event down in the comments below. If you have any questions about what I said, or if you want to, you know, perhaps debate with what I said, go ahead and leave a comment down below. Leave a like and subscribe. I'm doing a giveaway at 100 subscribers. It's going to be the biggest giveaway yet. I'm super excited for it. So if you're ready for that, subscribe. I'm at 89 right now. All you got to do, only 11 of you got to hit that subscribe button. We'll get 100 subscribers. And that would be a huge achievement for me. And I can thank you so much for that. But, you know, yeah, I mean, it just wasn't too impressive. I think PC won. I think PC won today. But once again, thank you guys for watching. I'll be sure to do more of these videos in the future if you enjoy it. And yeah, peace out, guys.